Hey everybody, welcome to another recap of Dancing with the Stars. It was Motown week. I love Motown. I love all the songs of Motown. Smokey Robinson was there, Martha Reeves was there, the Temptations were there. I guess what's left of the Temptations. I think not all of them are still with us and they have other people filling in, but they did a really good job. But what the heck happened to Martha Reeves? It seemed like when they did that little medley at the beginning, something went horribly wrong. Either she couldn't hear, or she forgot where she was, or she was distracted by the pretty lights and colors. I don't know, but it didn't happen the rest of the show pretty much, which was good, but that one little beginning was kind of crazy. Alright, so this week they're going to be having a cha-cha dance marathon, and they also had the group, it was like a cover boy band of Human Nature, and they did like Motown covers. So Homer was very excited. He's a huge fan of Motown. So Gladys and Tristan started off the show with a rumba, and when I heard that she was doing a rumba, Homer stuck his butt in my face. To my girl, I was thinking, ooh, this could be a little too much for me to handle. Well, not to worry. It didn't suck if you enjoy watching a senior citizen exercise class. It really wasn't good. She's a nice person, and you know, she's trying, but she's not a ballroom dancer. So they ended up with a 21. Maria and Derek were up next with their foxtrot, and the thing about tonight's performances was that the couples danced to the actual person who sang the song originally singing it that night, you know, tonight. So it was really cool. Well, Maria and Derek though, it was just okay for me. I mean, there was some sloppy parts in there and her posture wasn't always great. And I was really shocked when Len gave them a 9. I shouldn't be though, because I think he's got a little soft spot for Maria this season. So they ended up with a 26. Roshan and Chelsea were up next with a rumba. And I thought it was really good. I thought it was fantastic, sexy, age appropriate, really great. And I knew the judges were going to be overcritical, but 23, really? Carrie Ann, you gave them a 7? I thought it was really good for them. All right, Catherine and Mark up next with their samba. They nailed it. I can't say anything about it, but unfortunately Len can, because he gave them the only 9. 29, really? I would really like to know what they could have improved on that. I mean, nitpick much? Donald and Peta up next with the foxtrot. And let me just say, all of the songs were like amazing tonight. I'm not exactly sure what they're called. I could, you know, hum a few bars and sing them, but I don't know what the titles are called. I could say what the hook lines are, but what good is that gonna do? All right, so Donald and Peta, they did a really great job until one little part at the end where it looked like he kind of lost where he was, and I don't know, something went wrong. I wasn't quite sure what it was, but they ended up with a 27. I guess if that hadn't happened, they would have ended up with higher scores, or maybe not, because it seems like they usually get a raw deal from the judges. At least Len. Melissa and Max up next with the Viennese waltz to Baby, Baby. Let me just say Max is an asshole. There, I got it off my chest. I'm sorry. I think that he is not a victim of the edit. I think that he is a pompous ass. Anyway, this dance was surprisingly okay. Much better than the usual fare that they serve up, but still just okay. Her posture was, how do you say, not great a lot of the time. And she kind of had a painful face on for some of it. Is she injured? Maybe. But, you know, smile through the tears. 24 for them. Jaleel and Kim had a cha-cha again. what a lucky week for them, because they had the Cha-Cha Duel last week, they have the Cha-Cha as their dance this week, and they have the Cha-Cha Marathon at the end of the show. So they really had a lot of time doing the Cha-Cha. And it showed, because they nailed it. Fantastic. They ended up with a 29, tied for the highest score of the night before the marathon. William and Cheryl. Now they had a Roomba. And of course, I'm sure everyone wants to see a really softcore porno Roomba from William, because he's just oozing with sexiness. But I guess they got what they wanted, because it was a whole lot of stroking and maybe not a whole lot of dancing. It was sexy, sure it was. It was steamy, but it wasn't dancing. And I could do without the lie down kissing at the end too. It was really unnecessary. Yeah, more dancing, less stroking. 27 for them. Len was kind of pissed, I think, about the whole thing. That's why he gave an 8. Then, really great performance by Smokey Robinson. He sang his classic hit, Tears of a Clown. I freaking love that song, while everyone was getting ready for the marathon. So now it's time for the Cha-Cha Motown Marathon. Basically, how they worked it was, there's 7 couples left, and actually, no, there's 8 couples left. And first one out gets 3, last one standing gets 10, and so on throughout the, throughout the list there. So first one out was Gladys and Tristan. Not a surprise, they ended up with a 24 for the night when the scores were combined. Maria and Derek, I was a little surprised that they were second out, and they only ended up with a 30 for the night. Roshan and Chelsea, they ended up with a 28 for the night. Then Melissa and Max, I'm surprised that they lasted that long. They ended up with a 30. Donald and Peta ended up with a 34. And then Jaleel and Kim were out. I was surprised, because I thought that they were really rocking it out. 37 for them. So it basically came down at the end to William and Cheryl and Catherine and Mark. Fixed a little, perhaps, for some drama. The two, the sexy guy and the classical girl who's secretly sexy. But at least the judges got the last final 2 right. William and Cheryl were out second to last, and they ended up with a 36, and Catherine and Mark pulled a perfect score of 10 from the marathon and ended up with a 39 for the night, highest score. So tomorrow night there's going to be another dance duel. Exciting, perhaps. I don't know what dance it is that they're dancing, though. If you do, please leave it in the comments so we can dream about it overnight. And I have a feeling that this might be the night for Gladys to go home tomorrow night. So even though it is Motown week, although maybe they will save her and Roshan will be the unlucky one going home. I don't think Melissa will go home after the week that she had this week. I think that would just be harsh. But till tomorrow, much love.